should be live. Hello!
Hey everybody, welcome. Day one, the Dutch Masters, the DTC finale, coming at you live from the lovely town of Amersfoort.
Amersfoort. Who doesn't know it?
Who doesn't know
Who
it?
doesn't know
the,
it?
The electric city of the Netherlands.
Is it?
Why not? Why not? You tune us. We're about to tune in. We've got a big round one. Round one. Two potential winners of the entire DTC. Rob Goossens currently sitting at number one spot, and Thomas Beckers I think is currently at number 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, basically this tournament, whoever finishes higher could push them on to the win. So yeah, really exciting game coming up for you today. Do you want to tell us what factions we've got?
We have Rob playing his old trusty Necrons. I think it'll be one of the last outings we'll see because we're still using a Nephilim data or a Nephilim GT pack this weekend. And then we've got Thomas Beckers, who's playing a probably also one of the last times we'll see it, but Chaos Knights, lots of Halverins and those renditions of the Tiny Knights.
Has he got Abaddon with him as well?
I think he does.
Abaddon walking the dogs with the Flamers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Flamers, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads of Flamers.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, the terrain that we'll be featuring on stream this weekend was made by Rob's wife. It's just a lovely. We'll try to get some close-ups.
We'll get some close-ups for you later on. You'll really enjoy it.
Yeah.
We hope you're ready for this fun-filled weekend. Stay with us. Stay active. Talk to us in chat. We'll respond as soon as possible, and bear with us on any audio issues.
Yeah.
Please let us know. Just comment. Tell us if we're having problems with the audio. We've got a few options to tweak it this weekend, and we'll try and get it.
Yeah.
We'll try and get it perfect for all you listeners at home. I think we're almost ready to go live. The players are still doing a little pre-game chat. The round did start 3 minutes ago, so they're eating into their 3 hours now. Any predictions for this game, Ruben? Any?
I find it difficult. Like I know that the Necrons have a lot of scoring capabilities, of course, and I think they'll get on the board quickly. However, that does play into I think the type of style that Thomas's list is adopting, like a very aggressive style, so he wants them to come closer.
Oh, definitely.
And especially in this mission, because we're playing Abandoned Sanctuaries.
Yeah, no pre-game move.
No pre-game moves, but it's also the 3 objectives in the middle, and I think that's where Thomas wants his game to go, right down to the middle of the board.
I should specify, it's no pre-game moves into no man's land.
Yeah.
The Necrons can decide to deploy on the line and move back if they so choose. I think we're ready to go live over to the table to watch some deployment.
Yeah, the guys are deploying.
Stay with us, folks. Tune in, tag us, at us, chat to us. We're here for you all weekend. It's the Boomin and the Panda ready for the chats.
Let's do it. Let's go into the action. Right.
Do you want to take the dice tray down for now so we can see the whole table?
Yep. So, for secondaries, Thomas has gone for no prisoners, which I think is a fair choice against Necrons.
It's always a good choice against Necrons.
Ruthless Tyrannies. Help me out again. What does that do?
Ruthless Tyranny, I think, is the one where you have to have a certain number of objectives within dread range, and dread range is a thing that Chaos Knights have, and also you have to control a certain number of objectives. If I'm correct, I think that's the one.
I'll look it up. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live already. Is this the Nephilim?
No, we actually have the Arcs of Omen book this weekend.
Released today.
Yes.
Available in your FLGS or GW store this very morning.
Yeah, so Ruthless Tyrannies, you get victory points if you control objective markers with models that have a dread range.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good choice.
Solid one. He's got 7 baby knights or something, which can all go and score well.
Yeah, and Thomas, as a last choice, went for banners as well.
Yeah, he's got flamers that can do it. Abaddon can do it. He's got the little characters that can do it. So he's got options, and I think based on this mission, he was really struggling for that third secondary pick. Of course, Necrons giving up no prisoners is great, but they don't really give up anything else. And this is a very difficult mission for secondaries indeed.
Oh, and he's also got 10 demonettes that can help him out with the banners.
Yeah. So he's got plenty of infantry to be able to put those banners up.
Yeah.
With the 10-inch move on demonettes, he can just yeet them up and touch those objectives in midfield turn 1.
So then Rob went for Ancient Machineries, Treasures of the Aeons, and Bring It Down, which I think all are good choices.
You love it. Treasures and Ancient Machineries, I think, tweaked. One of them changed a little bit in the new mission pack.
I think it's Treasures of Aeons where you get less points. I think you get max of 4 points after this weekend. That is because we're still
playing Nephilim. Yeah, we're still playing Nephilim. So yeah, I think that's those are good choices of secondaries. Bring It Down. Obviously, he's getting 2 points for each of those baby knights, and he knows. I think he knows that Thomas is going to have to play aggressive here to sort of stay in the game. So he's playing to that. He's saying, right, you're going to attack me with your knights, and in turn, I will kill those knights and make points off them. So I think it's a fair tactic. Good choices of secondaries here.
Yeah, Lenny, sorry for the sound. We're still working out the audio. We're trying to get it the best that we can. However, we're still having issues with it.
I can tweak it up just a little bit. I just turned it up. We should be getting a little bit more background noise, but if this is better for you audio-wise, please let us know. Yeah, thanks a lot. Hello, Martine V. It's good to have you with us, and Volta. Thank you for commenting, everybody. Stay with us. We'll be here all day.
Much better. All right. Thanks, Commander Omegon, for giving us that feedback.
Perfect.
We appreciate it. Great.
You are all legends, and we hope you enjoy this game. Bit of a steady setup. I think both of these guys are taking this game very seriously. Both of these guys are taking this very seriously because, as we've said before, if you missed it, both of these players are in with a chance of winning the entire DTC. So whoever finishes higher, I think, this tournament is probably going to win. It's double.
Thanks, Adam, for the shout out for the banner. I think it's we did a little bit of a collab with Dean from ABB, who helped us out a little bit there.
Helped us out a little bit last minute. Hey, Dennis, how are you? Why are you not playing? We're not playing Martine because we need to stream. I know. For those watching at home, I think I'm currently second in the DTC rankings.
Amateur,
I know. But I felt like bringing a quality stream for one of the primo events in the Netherlands was actually more important than personal glory, I could have won it, you're right. Thanks, Martijn. Lenny's in the car on the way to winter sport. Nice. Skiing or snowboarding? Or sledding?
Or maybe just going there for an epic snowball fight.
Or the après ski.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the podcast. We're really enjoying bringing you the podcast. We're glad you guys enjoying it. Again, we're having some audio issues early on, but we're trying to fix them. And I feel like each episode we're getting them better and better. So tune in. I think next week we're going to be releasing our next one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we'll be talking about our experience, streaming our second live event, but our first actual, live event, getting back into the groove of things, and we'll probably be doing a recap of what we think were the highlights of the Nephilim era.
Yeah.
And also the DTC year, of course.
Oh, definitely.
What this season brought us.
What it brought other people, how everyone's doing. We've got some big plans for the podcast in the coming months. So yeah, stay tuned. Give us a listen, give us a like, subscribe, share, all those good things. We're going to try and bring you the best content in the Netherlands. That's our goal.
And over the weekend we'll try to see if we can get some player interviews after the matches. We'll need to see how that goes. Also, of course, with the audio and video equipment that we have. We'll try and get maybe one of the TOs to sit down with us.
If we have time, if we can find a few minutes, just little interviews, get people on there, get their perspective as well. We've got a message here from Walter. Who are the top contenders for the DTC? So there's a few people playing actually in the top 10, and I think because of the double points for this tournament, I think anybody in the top 8 can potentially win it. So yeah, we've got obviously our 2 players, Rob Hostens, Thomas Beckers. We've also got Christian Domberg here playing it. We've got Dick van der Haast.
Yep.
Even like Florian Den Uyl, who I think is down in 7th at the minute. If he wins the tournament and other people above him don't do so well, then he could even potentially win DTC. So I think there's a big old mismatch. We are... Sorry, Ruben, did you want to say something?
No, I think Martijn named the top contenders. Like, he did name you, and you're not a top contender anymore.
My name's not Christian either, so there we go.
He said Christian C. I think he meant you.
I think he meant me.
We all know you're not a top contender.
I know. Yeah. That's secretly why I dropped out. I don't believe in myself enough. I can't handle the pressure. Can I pronounce those surnames again? Some solid names. No, I can't.
Christoph Ehr.
Yep, that's me. What else are we going to bring? We're gonna try. We've got some very good stats as well from a couple of the guys behind the scenes at DTC. We're going to try and bring you some interesting stats throughout the weekend. We're going to try our best to bring you potential updated scores based on round. We don't know if we're going to be able to do it every round, but we'll try and work something out just to try and keep everybody on the up and up, so you can all go. Uzata, go Rob. I'll let him know you said that. Lenny as well, go Rob. Yeah. A lot of people rooting for Rob. Don't worry. Maybe somebody can root for Beckers as well, just so we have a bit more even in the chat. We'll root for Beckers.
We'll root for both of these guys.
Definitely will.
To be very honest, I've played Rob twice. I once played a draw against him and lost against him. And I haven't lost against Thomas because I haven't played against him. So therefore, I'm rooting for Thomas to take some revenge out for me.
You see, I've played Thomas 2 or 3 times now. Haven't lost from him, and also haven't lost from Rob because I haven't played him.
Fair enough.
Sadly, yeah, sadly. Hopefully now Necrons have taken a little bit of a nerf, I can play him and we can have a good game. Dennis says, go Chaos, taking bets. Volta van der Meiden, I like some dogs. Yes, I love it, guys.
Who doesn't like dogs?
You
like dags?
I like dags.
You like dags?
Do you like dags?
I like dags.
Interestingly enough, some more familiar names you might know are not even in contention to win the Dutch Masters, even if they win this tournament.
Yep. Oh, that's some great coffee.
So,
Clayton, don't be too mean about me. My sister is watching.
I'm not being
We're
mean about
not
you.
being
We're
mean about
rooting for
anyone.
you.
We're being lovely as always.
We're big fans of you.
Clayton, lovely.
Well, he's trying his best.
I'm trying my best.
It's all a matter of perspective, right? For his standards, he's being lovely.
Yeah. For British standards, I'm
Yeah.
being lovely. Sam Lemon, from the best. No, what was the
Best in tabletop.
Best in Tabletop? That was it. Best in Tabletop podcast. There was an interview with Ruud and Dick on Wednesday. Tune in. Go check that out on YouTube.
Let's go,
watch it.
Big Dick Vander Harris. I'm sure we'll see him on stream somewhere this weekend because I reckon he'll be, as always, be one of the top contenders.
I think so too. I think so too.
Great coffee at Amsterdam. No, I was being sarcastic about the coffee. Oh, Adam says, I'm in for Thomas Beckers, a total gentleman and a great gamer.
There we go. There's some more support from Adam Jagic. Also don't know if I'm ruining that surname, but I'm trying my best.
Adam Jagic.
Jagic, okay.
That's how I pronounce it.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, correct me.
Sam, Dino is just about TOing. He's trying to fix some leaks. As I was saying before, 40K Frontiers is where the interview with Dick and Dino is. I watched it. Great podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
Go give that a like and subscribe as well, everybody watching at home. It must be like 3 in the morning or something over there. I don't even know what time it is in Australia now.
Yeah, Wouter, we do have one guard player this weekend, which is Ruud Steenbakkers, also the
you may
captain
know that
of the,
name.
Yeah, also the captain of the Dutch team. So I'm sure we'll see him on stream because he's got an A-OK list. So the guys have rolled off to see who goes first, and we're gonna get right into the action.
I think did the Chaos Knights win the roll-off?
I think they did.
Yep, Chaos won the roll-off. So it's going to be hyper-aggression from our man, round 1. You know him, you love him. It's the Becker's Yeet coming up.
Oh, sorry guys. I think our camera is lagging for a moment, so I'm gonna try and fix that real quick.
Oh, yeah, we do have a little bit of a lag.
Daarom kan ik niet, kan nog eens niet. En dan zo. Ja, toch zelf.
Oh yeah, we just had a jump. Some stuff has moved.
Nee, het is net genoeg geweest. All the W's.
I think we're there, we're live, we're back to it. Perfect.
I'm gonna have a look for
Let us know if anybody's got any predictions for this game, how you think the score might end up. Remember, this is Nephilim. It's the last hurrah. Didn't quite make the rules cut off for the new Arcs of Omens, and it would have been extra difficult because it came out today. So we probably wouldn't have started until about 11. But yeah, I think this is going to be a primo game. I think this is going to be a primo game, round 1. Thomas is measuring some important stuff out. Rob has used his pre-game move to just tuck himself back into the buildings, nice and safe. He doesn't want to get shot by any of those executioners or stalkers or whatever those little baby Chaos Knights are called. You know them, you love them, the ones with the terror shades. We'll also try and keep you up to date with other exciting scores you might want to see from throughout the rounds. If you want to know the scores of anybody live, just drop their name in the chat. Just let us know. We can go and check it out. In the meantime, I think we'll just focus on enjoy this game. Be prepared for some exciting tactical nuance from two of the top players live here today for you.
En die geeft de destroyersbus op.
And then go back to the chat. Hey guys, yeah, sorry, missed a couple of comments here. 8 p.m. in Australia, nice. We've got some stroke waffles. I love it, Sam. Enjoy that. The ABB website is down, but I think Dean's working on something today. Something's going to pop up. We'll be able to see things live. The table we've got on stream was beautifully created by Rob's partner. It looks fantastic. We'll get you some close-ups. This is actually Dutch tabletop terrain, produced here in the Netherlands by one of our locals, CJ. It all fits in one box together, so it's very neat. Perfect for if you're at home and you don't have a lot of storage space, or if you just want to have more space for minis. Absolutely perfect. Sorry, we are just trying to get the camera sorted because it is still lagging a little bit. We want to try and get this as good for you as possible. So Ruben's taking the chat away from me, so I can't see what's going on. I can't see what you're talking about. But I assume you're all talking. Sorry, I've got it here. Oh yeah. Yeah, sorry, my time. We shut the sound off briefly for us to sort out some technical difficulties.
Chris was farting.
Also, the video is currently frozen because we are working to try and fix it permanently so it doesn't continuously stop. Ruben's just tweaking with some of the technical details. He is the technical one in this endeavor.
It's just not great.
We're live. Adam, you want the split on the armies at the event? I can give you that. Just give me a moment to pick up some lovely stats. We got a lot of help with the stats from Thomas Vergoyen, Tom Rocks, a couple of guys who were working behind the scenes with the DTC to really make it an excellent tournament circuit, an excellent way for you to keep track of your stats. Where are we looking? There we go. Okay, so we have overall DTC faction breakdown. Oh, you just want the armies at the event. Well, I can do that as well. We've got some handy stats here. So this might have changed because we have had a couple of dropouts. So this spreadsheet hasn't been updated since the dropouts, but prior to the drops, we had 4 Tyranids players, 4 Leagues of Votann players, really guys really jumping on that bandwagon, and I gotta say, I don't blame them. I love the models, I love the rules, and I think Space Dwarfs are just cool. Would you agree, Ruben? Space Dwarfs are cool?
No. No, I've played them a bunch of times now against our co-host Joseph, who isn't here unfortunately today or this weekend because he had to work. But I think I won 1 game out of 15 maybe with Tyranids.
It's only
before the nerf. It was great. I've had a lovely time playing against Space Stunties.
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Okay, continuing on with that, we've got 4 Imperial Knights players. And Tippy Toppy, the most represented faction at this tournament is Adeptus Custodes, which is very interesting because, you know, people wouldn't pick them as one of the top meta armies, I think, towards the end of Nephilim now. But it seems like there's been some sort of resurgence for the Golden Boys, and I'm a big fan. I have a Custodes army myself, and I love them. I'm also a big fan of the changes, the data slate changes. All core infantry getting OBSEC again is just fantastic. Opens up a lot more play. So we were seeing play with the Dread list with the Caladius. I think John Lennon played it at the WTC, and then after that it's been popping up and around in a few tournaments. It's very strong, lots of damage 3. Tough dreads to shift, but now OBSEC infantry just opens up a whole new game for them. The secondaries still aren't great. They kind of need you to go second. But yeah, let's see how the Custodes do this weekend. Anything other noticeably yet? 3 Chaos Demons players. Would have been 4 if I'd played, but 2 Gene Stealer Cults players. Gotta love that. 1 Orcs player. There's so many good armies. Tell us what are your favorite armies? And if you're in the chat, what are you really enjoying playing at the minute? I don't know if you've seen the Arcs of Omen, you know the leaks, you've watched the data slate. You don't know if you know any of that. What are you looking forward to playing to in these coming few months?
And whilst you let us know, we've moved into Thomas's first shooting phase by now. And as you can see, he's moved up quite aggressively as we expected. I mean, Rob has done a good job of hiding his stuff. And I think Thomas is now putting on the hurt with his, what are they called again? The Helverins, but then the Chaos
Executioners.
Yes, those ones. He's trying to take out those Scarabs. Which, of course, is always a good idea, because the Scarabs are probably the most annoying unit in the Necron army.
He needs to get rid of them early, because he hasn't been able to pop the invuln yet, because he hasn't had a command phase. So
right, yeah.
If he can... He can clear them now with his damage 3. It's not super efficient, but I don't think he's got anything that's even more efficient into them. So yeah, if he can clear those Scarabs. I don't... Does Rob have a Tomb Spider?
I think he does,
Can Uptech Spider?
I think he does.
Now, for those playing at home that may not be so au fait with Necrons, the Canoptech Spider.
Yes, Sam, I do agree. What have harpies or tyranids, all tyranids for that matter, have ever done wrong? I don't know the answer to that question.
The same as Magnus.
He did nothing wrong.
Want als ik het tank afschiet,
It's just people being sad about losing all the time.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So, the Canoptech Spider allows you in your command phase to regenerate a scarab for free. Just pop it back on the table. In coherency with the unit. It's some would say it was broken. I mean, if Necrons didn't have such a terrible codex, I think everybody would be arguing they were super broken. But they are let down by the fact that they just die very quickly. All right, I'm gonna just have a quick look at the action. I think Rob's doing his regeneration rolls now. A lovely favourite mechanic of anyone who plays against Necrons.
Oh yes, that's great. Shooting models just for them to come back.
Yep, there he is. Brought a scout back out front, just trying to make use of that movement. Interestingly enough, for the viewers at home, the most common faction for this DTC circuit in the Netherlands, and it's, as we say, this is most tournaments. There's a few tournaments in the Netherlands that aren't part of it at the moment, but I think will be soon. But the most common faction at DTC is actually Necrons. People have really been riding that high of the Nachmund giving them a free 45 points in secondaries for a good 6 months now. And I've never been a particular fan of the playstyle, but I think some people have really been doing well. I don't know, for any of our international viewers, you may know Dick van der Haast, one of the top Necron players in the world, has actually been doing very, very well. And I know him and Rob have worked together on some Necron ideas. So hopefully we'll see some nice tactical acumen in this coming game.
ik mag van een punt kiezen van mijn modellen. En ik heb een 4 en een 5, dus ik maak het 2. En ik moet ook 1 moet. Dan schiet ik Sagecast in. Die heb ook nog een gun. Ik raak hem 3, want ik schiet er 3 in. Raak 2 keer.
Oof. So Dennis has got, he said that his favorite army is Death Guard, which is one of your favorites as well, isn't it, Chris?
It really is one of my favorites. I feel like we've been done the dirty a little bit. It's really nice to be able to have free upgrades on Plague Marines, and being able to have your spread the sickness secondary, almost always an auto take. But I feel like maybe losing Dominus Est has hurt us. Losing Armor of Contempt has hurt us. And unfortunately, I think in the upcoming meta, now these are my personal views, hot takes, you may say, I feel like we're coming into an aggressive meta with the rise of Iron Hands again, Dark Angels, those Space Marines that really like the Devastator Doctrine, Imperial Guard, Votan, and I think Tau are going to be doing well again. I feel like having a slow-moving combat army is just not a super strong position to be in, which sucks because I've got about 5,000 points of Death Guard sat on a shelf.
Oh, bums. Such a shame. I think, going back to the game at hand, we've reached Thomas's the end of Thomas's turn. So I'm just gonna have a check to see what the points did. I'll be right back. So Chris is still checking up with Thomas to see what his thoughts are in his turn 1. He has scored 3 points on no prisoners already, and 4 on ruthless tyrannies, and he has put up banners on the top center objective and the left objective in the midfield. And it's now over to Rob's turn 1. It's going into the movement phase.
Next turn is going to be fun. I just hope that mine lives, or else I'm losing my change. And if that doesn't happen, oh, that is okay. What is primary? The primary secondary? Ja, dan heb ik die, ja.
And of course, Thomas also scored 2 points for the primary holding the middle objective, which is the abandoned sanctuary primary secondary. Chris is now just walking across the room to see how some of the top contenders are doing. And, oh, Wouter, just take a Baneblade. Just drive over that terrain. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about blowing a flat tire. Just drive over the terrain. Yeah, so Rob is now pushing forward with the OPSEC models that he has, checking the lines of sight for his shooting as well, hoping to bring down some of the baby knights in his shooting phase. Sam, if you're asking me if I'm sticking with NIDS, I'm actually looking into Gene Stealer cults right now. Also because I've been playing NIDS for the last 12 months, and it was time for a change. So from one turn in Codex to another, right? Plus, Gene Stealer cults came out quite nicely out of the whole point change, of course. I think Mr. Co has a little bit of a feud going on with the boys from Haarlem. Of course, coming from Amsterdam, that's understandable. It's a friendly feud, though. Don't worry. It's interesting, right? Now with the new point changes and all the with the new data slate. It's difficult to predict what's actually going to come out on top. Chris and I were just talking about it on the car on the way up. That we find it difficult to predict what is actually going to be like the top dog for the next couple of months. We think that guard, of course, is in a very good position. Iron Hands are definitely going to be one of the top takes, especially for Marines, of course, but definitely one of the armies that we'll see quite a lot of in the meta. One of our buddies and co-host, Brian, he was very, very giddy when the data slate dropped, especially with the... we don't even think that the points are the biggest thing, it's just the... what's it called? The doctrines. Not having to switch the doctrines is the biggest switch up for the Marines. Let us know if you agree. Yeah, Adam, Root is playing guard. I mean, of course he has most of the armies standing at home, but he felt that guard was in a good position, and at least he wanted to try him out. And I think, what better time to try out an army than a 6-round tournament, right? I think he already said in Sam's stream that he is a little bit bummed that he already found a better list, which he was now reluctant about the fact that he didn't take that this weekend. But yeah, he is playing guard. I think he brought 20 Kasserkin, which are great, of course. The TOs decided for this weekend to FAQ the guard so that the Kasserkin can do a max of 6 mortal wounds, which I think is fair. And they're not allowing all the models, the new models right now, because we just don't have the measurements for them yet. Dark Angels being new boogeyman. Curious to see what will happen with Dark Angels. I mean, not having to switch from a Devastated Doctrine is great, of course. Chris, let us know what's the rest of the room doing.
Well, I've only. Did you go over to that half? I went over to
no,
one.
No, I was just talking to the guys.
I've only done one half of the tournament so far. Dick is chugging away against Death Guard. Justy and Shap are having an interesting game. Shap failed an 8-inch charge with his Gene Stealers onto
which one of the 6 units of Gene Stealers that he brought?
I don't know. Into one of the Heck Mech Land Buggy whatever Votan thing. So that's quite spicy. Peter and Leonard are just trading blows. Leonard killed a unit of pinks. In return, he lost his Gene Stealers, so it's very much like a on the line in that game. And then my favorite stat in Rude's game, he's playing against Space Wolves, and the Space Wolves player made 2 14-inch charges and a 12-inch charge. Turn 1 to get into the Imperial Guard lines.
Great.
That's really nice. So I was over there, I was just watching him pile all his Thunderwolf cavalry in, and it was beautiful. Beautiful. I'm going to go check on the other half of the field now and just see if I can bring you some interesting tidbits.
Just so you guys know, I know that the video feed is actually experiencing some buffering. It has to do with the fact that the internet connection here isn't great. So we're working on it. I'm not 100% sure if we'll be able to fix that this weekend.
We'll try.
We'll give it our best go.
Give it a red hot go.
Yeah. Wide scars with interceptors and aggressors. I think that's an interesting list, Adam. So Rob is weighing his options as to where to go in his movement phase. Of course, he doesn't want to come out too aggressively, but he does need to do something to stop this onslaught of chaos. Thanks, Sam. Dark Talons being one of the best flyers in the game for their mortal wound output. That's interesting, Adam. I mean, if you already started your flyers in reserve and they became cheaper now, that's a plus, of course. I was talking to Ron, who's a fellow knit player here in the Dutch community the other day, about harpies. And I don't think harpies are worth it anymore, simply because it's a 200 plus model that you have to put in reserves. I don't know how many points do you pay for a Dark Talon right now? I think it's just a shame that they have to start in reserve, right? Especially for harpies. And I guess Tau players are also a little bit bummed about the fact that their bombers cannot bomb turn 1. But maybe it's a good thing. Because I was talking about it to Chris on the podcast as well, that unfortunately not all armies have an answer to flyers, especially turn 1, because they just don't have the range and their firepower. So I think it's for those armies, it's definitely a good thing that flyers now have to start in reserve. Oh, we're seeing raids moving up. Maybe we're going to see a charge turn 1 from Rob. Ooh. Oh, sorry. I thought the Dark Talons were flyers. My Imperial knowledge on units is not great. I tend to stick to the Xeno side. Because those are the cool boys, right? Who needs the Imperium anyway? I don't know if you picked up on that, but someone just, of course, did the obligatory wah scream throughout the room. So we're going into the shooting phase now, and Rob is opening up, I think, with his with the jet bikes. Yeah, I think these are the Necron jet bikes. So that's the tomb blades using some twin Tesla carbines. I think he's firing on that middle knight because he needs to remove it. See, Sam is also, just like me, a guy who knows what he's doing and is just not that interested in imperial tit-tats on unit names. It's fine. You don't need it. Are these the jet bikes firing into the...
Flamers.
Oh, into the flamers. How many saves there?
28.
28 saves.
Dat moet nog.
Martijn, we're still shooting. So this is flamers taking saves from the Tesla carbines used by the tomb plates.
Hey everyone. So I just went around the rest of the field. A lot of interesting games going on. Obviously it's only after round one, so there's still a lot of back and forth. I think a nice little tidbit. Frank van den Voren is got two fire raptors because he's a lunatic. And he's playing against a Custodes player. His fire raptors in turn one picked up all 9 of the Custodes bikes.
Ooh.
Just gone.
Ooh.
Yep.
Where's Daddy about it?
That's tough.
Chris, when you walk by, did you happen to see where Abby is hiding?
I did not. Does he have him?
I think he does.
He's here. Oh, he is. He's there. The guys are
yeah.
pointing him out. He's chilling out.
Let me try something out. I want to see if I can do a little point him out on screen.
Oh.
This might go horribly wrong. Bear with us.
Oh, I missed the talk about Talon Masters. I love Talon Masters. Back in the old 8th edition, when the new Sisters just came out, the end of 8th, I was playing a disgusting list with 100 Valorous Heart Sisters, backed by 3 Talon Masters and Samael. It was atrocious because the 100 Sisters, that was back in the days when you could give them all a 4-up invuln, and they were all of them were ignoring AP 1 and 2, and you literally just ran them forwards, and then the Talon Masters and Samael followed behind, being character protected and just shooting anything to death. The glory days of stupid soups.
Glory days. Well, G-Dubs is bringing back soups, right? So
This is maybe like a light minestrone, maybe a bit of a gazpacho.
gazpacho of soup.
Yeah, but it's a set soup menu. You
that's
can't soup whatever you want these days.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
I feel like we might see a lot of Votan in Imperium in the coming months. What are we? Oh, you're trying to draw on the video. Look at you. Oh, guys, if this works, you're in for a treat. If it doesn't work, don't worry, nothing's happening.
Martijn is asking if Christian is losing to Gerard already.
No. So, unfortunately, basically, Votan ignore all of Gerard's army rules. Transhuman doesn't matter if you auto wound on a 4+.
That is true.
He picked up 12 of Gerard's Terminators turn 1. Yeah, it's big with the...
It's almost a third of his army, isn't it?
Is it Deathwing, the Terminator one?
Yeah.
Deathwing, yeah.
Yes.
Picked
Yeah,
up
it's Ravenwing, Deathwing, and what
Ravenwing
most
is
people call green.
bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Greenwing is the
just
regular boys,
Normal.
and then Deathwing is the Terminators.
I like to think of it as Deathwing know all of the secrets, Ravenwing know some of the secrets, and Greenwing know none of the secrets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love it. I don't know if we saw that the new Azrael model previewed on Warcom not too long ago. I really like it. I like the nod. I like the nod to older models. Seeing these new Primaris characters coming out, I think.
Oh yeah, there goes the baby knight in the middle.
Ooh.
Rob was able to take care of him.
Oh, that's nice. Is
Rob,
that
what killed the baby knight in the middle? Hail to the king, baby!
Still a villain, we say. Still a villain.
Still a villain. Willem de Zwijger.
Yeah.
That's what we say in Dutch.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. I don't know how big of a loss that is, because he does have a Baden there backing up as cover for that middle objective, but I don't know if a Baden can chew through everything that's there. A lot of wraiths on some nights. Yeah, a lot of action in this game so far.
Yeah. I mean, as we said beforehand, like it's going to be an aggressive game from Thomas's side, and it's just a matter of how's Rob going to respond to it, and he's responding in full force. So
yep.
A lot of aggressive plays, turn one.
I hope he's still able to score those points though. I think it looks like he's on track to hold the 3 in the middle. I'm not sure if he did the action anywhere with anybody. Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
Ancient Machineries, I think, is the action, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure those scarabs on the left flank will... Oh, no, they're now making a charge.
Maybe it was the wraiths on the right?
Could be.
Oh, maybe. Actually, no, it might have just been...
the scarabs in the middle.
The whatever that small unit, I think it's a unit of bikes. They might have done it in the middle.
No, the bikes shot at the flamers.
The bikes shot them.
But I think right in front of those bikes you have the leftovers of that unit of scarabs that was previously in the middle as well.
I think he finished that off. He finished those scarabs off. Those were dead.
Have a look.
I'll have a look.
What's in the middle?
Yeah, you're right. There's 3 scarabs in the middle there, and they did do.
I'm right.
They did do ancient machineries. That's a big old 9 points plus at least 2 bring it down. I think Rob's coming in strong with the secondaries round 1. Ruben's watching YouTube, learning how to do things on YouTube.
Yes. That's professional, right? That's a professional way to do it.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen the South Park, the Inception. I don't know if there's many South Park watchers here. Okay, what have we got? Classic G, submarine round 1, win the event by clubbing steals. Nice. Dennis, inner circle, no all. What is the inner circle? Is the inner circle just the Deathwing? Does it have more people? Are there more people in it, in their circle?
According to the people in the inner circle doesn't exist.
Ah, yes, there is no inner circle. Yeah. Sam, yeah, why do actions when you can just table your opponent? Yes, that is the best way to play 40k. I think that's how every Votan player approaches every game at the minute. And that's how Tyranids were often approaching it, Chaos Space Marines. Yeah, we're in for a big change now. We're in for a big change in the meta. Big old shake-up. There's been a lot of hot takes all over the internet. Maybe we'll come out with ours soon. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a cold take by then, though. We'll see. I know one thing for sure. I am very excited for the new World Eaters to come out. They previewed on Warcom the Combat Patrol. You get 20 Berserkers, 10 of the new, what are they called, Jackals, like the cultists, and the new badass Lord Invocatus. I love him. Like, who doesn't like a crazy Berserker riding a massive Juggernaut with a chainsword as a nose? It's sick.
That's pretty dope.
It's sick.
That is pretty dope. Well, we're seeing some more charges by Rob here. So he made that charge on the Baby Knight in the right flank.
I wonder if those wraiths got any buffs. Did you see, or are they just?
I was chatting to you by the time.
I think it's the
Rob
command
was
phase.
handing out buffs.
The command phase, they get the buffs, don't they?
Then I was not paying attention.
Maybe they got. What's it called? My will be done. The +1 to hit.
Yeah, I don't think they had that because.
I think without that, they tend to hit a bit like a wet flannel. I've played a lot against Necrons. One of my regular opponents, Dick. We've had a lot of fights with wraiths into flamers recently. And without my will be done, usually the flamers win.
That
is sad.
doesn't sound right.
I know, right? Yeah. But no, because normally they're hitting on 4s. Hitting on 4s, I think strength 6. He can make them strength 7 with a command protocol, and there's a strat to give them another strength. The 2 damage is what helps them through, I think. Right. Thomas has taken some wounds on his knight. Didn't kill him, didn't finish him off with those wraiths. Hope they survive the punchback. Demonettes are going to die. Scarabs into Demonettes? Yeah. Oh yeah, those Demonettes are going to die. Yeah. Interesting. I'm glad Sam is a big fan of South Park.
Who isn't?
Who isn't, exactly. It's all circles within circles. Chaos Legions tend to be fun. Oh look, Martine made a joke that Dark Angels are chaos. That's never been done before. You genius.
Genius boy.
We're playing against Necrons, against Dick, when, where? Oh, I don't know. Every single tournament we've both been at this year, apart from WTC. Sorry, this year, 2022.
I'm going to check up with the internet connection.
Yeah, go for it.
And I'll see if I can sort out that drawing thing in between rounds.
Yeah. Maybe like a coat or something? Something chill, something fresh. Yeah, Ruben's got to go check on the internet, so you're just stuck with me for now. Or maybe you're not stuck with me. I'm stuck in here with you. No, I love it. It's good to have an active chat. It's good to have a lot of viewers. Really enjoying it. I hope you guys are enjoying this round one on this beautiful terrain. We will, when Ruben comes back, we'll try and get you some close-ups of the terrain later on in this round, because it's absolutely phenomenal. Rob's partner did a fantastic job. I think it's milliput and rolled on. Bricks all over the front, lots of beautiful details picked out. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, it looks really fantastic. We'll get you some close-ups of that later on. Yeah. I am trying to also keep an eye out on our stream to hopefully we don't have any issues. As I say, Ruben's gone to try and figure out where the router is to see if we can plug directly into it to actually get a better internet connection for you. As at the moment we are on wireless, so we are kind of inhibited by that. But we're doing our best, and we hope you're enjoying it. What have we got here? Sam, have you considered just not playing against Dick every tournament? I mean, I have tried it. I do my best to dodge him. But I think we get our wires crossed, so you know, when we try and submarine, we just end up bumping into each other. It's always fun though. We always have a great game. He's always a good laugh to play against. We played against him with a lot of sisters, Death Guard, demons, and he's always been on the Necrons. I think we're roughly on a 50-50 win rate, maybe 60-40 in Dick's favour, but we always have a laugh, and that's the main thing. You want to come into this game and have a good time with your opponent, and I know I'm always getting that when I see Dick, even if I have that, oh, not you again moment. Lenny, yeah, played Dick 3 times. Always lost after having an amazing turn 1 and 2, thought I was going to win. But that's because you've been playing Space Marines, Lenny, and Space Marines have been poop for so long. But this coming meta, dust off those iron hands. And I'm sure you'll get some of those winning matchups against Dick, for sure. For sure. Is that for all the tables as well? No, just this table, Ron, is the one that's been done. The beautiful stream table. Rob's partner, they might be married. I don't know. I don't know. Martine, the router is up where they store the terrain and the mats. Oh God, we don't have a cable that long. Well, we'll see what we can do. Maybe they've got a. I can't remember what they called.
Als je één van die twee doet, krijg je twee.
You know where they have like extra smaller routers to bounce the singler on. Maybe they've got some of them somewhere. We're on it now. We're trying to find it for you. You know, if we can make it better, we'd love to. We're always trying to improve here at Amsterdam Wargaming. As you may know, if you've listened to our podcasts, the audio is steadily getting better. Right now, we're just trying to get that content out to you guys. We really want to boost up to the quality of 40k content coming direct from the Netherlands. We feel like there's a bit of a niche here. Not only is there a big scene here in the Netherlands, there's also a big enough scene in and around Europe that we get people traveling. You know, we get a lot of Germans here, Belgians, Luxembourg people, all coming to try and test their mettle against the Dutch. We also regularly get some English folks. You know, we've had a few of the WTC team members over here recently. Manny Chima seems to come along every chance he can get. So yeah, it's nice to keep track of the Dutch meta and the meta in general. I think in the future we also plan on bringing you some nice little tactical tidbits, not necessarily maybe to give you the top meta lists and the top meta stuff, but more to give you some interesting thoughts when coming into a tournament, when you know, looking at the rules pack, stuff like that. We want to boost the level of 40k in general. I mean, this is partially selfish, you know. I was on the WTC team last year, and I really want to boost the level of people in the Netherlands, give them that confidence to take that step up, to come to these more competitive events. Because even if you don't want to come and win the tournament, one person wins a tournament, right? Everybody else just has a great time and goes home having lost one or more matches. That's where we're at. Okay. Yeah, Dick is a great human being by all accounts. Don't let him hear me say that. I just usually insult him to his face. Boosters, Dennis. Yeah, that's what they're called. Germany does have a lot of content, but it's in German. Exactly. That's why we want to do it in English. We want to open up to everybody that lives here, expats, whatever you are. 40k is for everyone, and that's what we want to promote. Martijn, could Rob not tag that pink war dog? I am not sure. Maybe he didn't want to. I think that may be a combat war dog, so we probably didn't want to touch it and just give it the free punches. But let's have a look. This is turn 2, I think. Let me just update the old scores. Where are we?
En die hebben ze dan nog min in te zetten. Oké, maar we laten niks uit tot ze niet kosten.
Top of turn 2 now, right?
Yep.
Thank you. We try not to interfere too much with the players. We don't want to affect any of their gameplay. That's why our plan is we've got this lovely map. It's actually from gamemat.eu. Hashtag if you want to sponsor us, we're available. But it has all of the deployment zones marked out on it. And we as stream presenters, we're going to prepare the table for the players every round, so they hopefully can come in with as little stress as possible and just play their game and get it done. But yeah, bear with me. I am gonna grab the scores off each player, and I will be right back. Hey guys, sorry for the little mute there. I've just caught up with the scores. I will update them on the screen shortly, but for those interested to know at home, Rob got a 4 on Ancient Machineries, 3 on Treasures of the Aeons, and 2 for Bring It Down. And he also picked up the 2 bonus primary for holding the center objective at the end of his turn. Let me just add those scores to the. Let me put the scores on the doors, Georgie doors.
Okay.
Secondaries, 2 Ancient Machineries. There's a 4. Treasures of the Aeons is a 3. Bring It Down is a 2. Okay.
Dan gaan we plus 1 te doen geven aanvulling. Dat is eigenlijk goed. Dan halen we 9. Target to smite of course.
We will update Thomas Becker's scores at the end of his turn. I don't want to interrupt the players anymore. He was definitely on 1 primary, so I think he's gotten at least 4 primary points, and I think 1 banner. And yeah, we'll get you right back. How is the scores? The scores are not on the updated thing yet. Sorry for a little delay in the camera there. Ruben just knocked the camera. We're trying to update the.
I did nothing.
We're trying to update the Wi-Fi. We're trying to get a hard connection to the router to give it a better connection for you at home. Okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try this, and then I'm going to look at the. All right, the scores are updated. They're live. So yeah, we'll update Thomas's score at the end of his turn. Needless to say, Rob's doing Necron things. Necrons do what Necrons do, which is score. What do I think? What do I think makes the Netherlands unique in 40k? That's a great question, actually, Sam. I think we're in a very interesting position. The terrain we use is like a mix of WTC. As you've seen, the DTT it's quite dense. There's a lot of ruins, and I feel like that brings a lot to army composition. Whereas, you know, in some metas, perhaps more open terrain, it's no difference yet, mate. That you'll see a whole lot of shooting armies do. I think it comes into list composition as well. As we've seen, you know, this last year, one of the most popular armies was Necrons. The second most popular army was, in fact, Grey Knights. Now, they did have their moment in the sun when the Codex came out, but to have such a dedicated following throughout is surprising. And we've seen the evolution of lists, you know, go from mass Dread Knights to like the Grey Tide or Silver Tide, as they call it, with all the little guys. Yeah, so I feel like we've also got great players and a great scene. It's a lot of people come in to try and play competitively, not necessarily to win tournaments. As I said, they just come to tournaments to have a good time. No, I'll come back to chat in a moment. We are just trying to update the internet. We've got Okay, so it looks like we're having a very similar internet with wired connection and wireless. So yeah, Rumour's just trying to sort out the technical difficulties. Yeah, Dennis, as you say, short distances between tournaments and competitive hubs is actually super helpful. You know, with nearly 20 million people in the Netherlands and it taking 2 hours to get from one side to the other, it's really promotes a healthy competitive scene with a very healthy meta, I think. Mika, yeah, we're really enjoying the terrain. Thank you a lot. Rob is doing very well. It's a really tight game so far. Rob's doing his best to score. Thomas is doing his best to score. So, yeah, could go either way. I'll let him know that you're cheering for him. Sam, yeah, indeed. The most important thing is that people enjoy themselves with Warhammer. That's what we want. We want to promote a healthy meta, of course, but it's more important that the people have fun. Mr. Lackey, the round actually started at 9:30, so we're nearly halfway through the round now. Obviously, the first 2 turns usually take a little bit longer in 40k. As stuff starts to die, though, the turns start speeding up, so I don't foresee any issues with this game finishing on time at all. What do we see there? It looks like some scarabs are dying. Usually what they do is they just hang out, cause problems. I'm not sure. Is that a big... I don't know what that is behind the wall next to the Silent King, just supporting the scarabs. Oh, that might be the spider, actually. Yeah, that might be the spider. It's hard for you to see in... on this camera. Let me just see if I can remove the dice tray quickly. But let's just wait for that to update on the stream itself. Yeah, so here we go. So you may think that Rob doesn't have that much left, but actually he still has, in the bottom left corner behind the ruin, he's still got a full healthy unit of Wraiths. In the bottom right corner, he's still got a healthy unit of Scorpex. So there is still a lot of units ready to just jump out and cause a lot of hurt, along with these 2 heavy destroyers on the back line. The Silent King is always a threat, especially at the moment. So Ruben's looking at me. Let me just see what he wants. Hello, welcome back. Ruben's still trying to find out the best way to connect locally. We're connected to a big bit of lag. Are we back live? Yeah, we're back live. Sorry, yep, we went with the trying to get better internet. We actually unplugged the cable, which cut us shortly and put us back to Wi-Fi, but we should be fine. We should be fine. We're going to test some other stuff. What else we got? Mika? Rob's not married. Doing all this effort, he hasn't even asked you to marry him. Well, based on this terrain, he definitely should. There's a lot of work. It looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. Alright, so dice tray is live, good. It's just some wounds going through on some tough units here. I think is Rob deciding whether he wants to use a CP maybe? Yeah, I think he is. I think he's spending the CP. So, not totally sure what's going on in the minute. I think Abaddon was shooting at some Minears or something. But there's still plenty to go on with. Yeah, as I said, we're going to get you some. We're going to get some close-up shots of this beautiful table as soon as my co-host is back from fiddling with the internet, and Thomas is blowing on his dice for good luck. Made a charge, I guess, from Abaddon into the Silent King. All right, interesting tactical decision there. I think I guess the thought is if the Silent King is dead, that takes out a lot of firepower, a lot of potential damage output on Rob's side, which then frees up Thomas's knights to play the game a little bit more. He still has the 3 heavy destroyers, which, you know, with 3d3 damage can definitely pick up a knight. And as I said before, you know, he's still got other units in his deployment zone ready to come out. So I think maybe this isn't actually too bad for Rob. He's going to get to punch Abaddon first, so should take the 3 wounds phase cap off him. Sorry about that. Ruben was just asking me for a cable. He is plugging us in, and nothing much seems to have changed. No, seems to be exactly the same. We are on wired connection now. We are wired, but everything's the same. So yeah, there was a little discussion between Thomas and Rob there, because obviously this, well, if you don't know at home, sorry, the Silent King gives out a fight last to every unit that's in base contact within, and Abaddon, having the Mark of Slanesh from the Chaos Space Marines Codex, has a fight first, as well as having charge, having a fight first. So if there are one or more fight first or fight last in effect, fight first and fight last, sorry, that unit then reverts to fighting normally. And because the Silent King was charged, he's already fighting normally. So it means Rob had to choose whether to fight with his Wraiths first or whether to fight with the Silent King first, as they are both units that are fighting normally. Thomas would have then got to take the next pick. So yeah, let's see how we've got on. Rolled some dice. Yeah. I think not going too great for Mr. Goossens. I think his dice have gone cold on him. Oh, and the Silent King exploded. Oh, the Silent King exploded. So Abaddon takes the 3. All of the units around are also taking D6 mortal wounds. Oh, it's big. Yeah, that is. I think this is the worst outcome. The worst outcome for Rob. And Thomas is just very lucky at the minute. Rob's own explosion killed some Scorpex, killed his Canoptech Spider, and a heavy destroy. Oh, that was a big explosion. Big explosion. Oh, my co-host, Ruben, is back.
Hello.
Yeah, I think connection-wise, this is it.
I think this is it.
It's just that the internet's not great here.
So Mika's on the chat here. She made this beautiful terrain. There's a nice conversation going on. I was saying,
Hi, Mika.
we're gonna get some close-ups of it for everybody at home.
Yep. All hail the king.
Well, hail the king, yeah. R.I.P. Necrons, you're right there. When the king goes down and explodes in your own lines, it's not a pleasant experience. There's still play for Rob though. He's still got some of his alpha units, and if there's a nice hit back this turn, like he could still be in it. What has he got left? Still got 7 knights. Still got his flamers. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a bit of an uphill struggle, but I think he's still in with a chance. We've got some buffering, I see. A little bit of buffering.
Yeah, it happened from time to time with the Wi-Fi as well.
The Wi-Fi as well.
Think so.
We're just checking on the stream health for everyone. Current bit rate, okay. Viewers will experience buffering. All right. Yeah, just trying to tweak
The settings.
See if we can get it a little bit better. What's this? Output video. Yeah, let's see if we can do 4,500 there. Is it 4,500 or 45,000? 4,500. Okay, yeah, try that.
This might just mess up the. Whoa!
Something's happening.
We've reached the end of Thomas's turn, so I'll have a quick peek about the scores.
Okay. Cool. I like it. What are we looking at?
I'm just checking. Didn't Rob get 3 points in his turn 1?
Yes, we've got 3 for Treasures of Aeons, 4 for Ancient Machineries, and 2 for the primary for holding the center objective.
Wouldn't he get 3 for destroying a unit as well?
I think it's one or the other. because they changed it in the new book to be 3. Yeah, let's
grab the old book.
Let's grab an old.
Let's go back in time.
We're going back. We were about to look. Yeah, Ruben's getting the scores. We're tweaking our stream info. Oh, it's gone green all of a sudden. It's very green. That's interesting. So OBS is telling us that it's green. YouTube is saying yellow. Okay. Just going back up in the chat a little bit. So from Sam, how will the demons change with Arcs of Omen? Well, interestingly, I think demons were actually one of the, tougher hit armies. Losing the ability to just plug in a second detachment means you're almost always losing your dedicated warp locus, your warp storm, which is quite big. It will, on the other hand, see potentially a rise in Disciples of Be'lakor, which I think were already on the way up, and now they're gonna take over. I think because there's no real downsides. Like the hardest thing is actually fitting X amount of each demon unit in your army. So you need, if you have 3 Sinch, for example, you need 3 Nurgle, 3 Khorne, and 3 Slanesh. So that's the main restriction. But on the positives, you get access to the best psychic discipline in the book because it has a teleport spell, Shrouded Step, I think, which goes off on a 6. It has access to a Fight Last spell. So yeah, that's a big positive. And lastly, OBSEC Nurglings. If you didn't know this already, Nurglings lost OBSEC in the new book, unless they're part of Disciples of Be'lakor. Now, this could still get FAQ'd, we don't know. Personally, I think you'll still see some mono-build armies, but there are particular weaknesses with each of those mono-build armies. I'm particularly enjoying playing Pure Sinch at the minute. Peter is also playing here with a Pure Sinch army. Now, I really like that because you get 3-up all the time against ranged attacks. However, there are downsides in a singles tournament. You're not always going to play against ranged armies. If you come up against an army with any sort of combat threat, those 6-up saves in combat, you're just going to crumble. Pure Khorne could be interesting, if you can get enough units to tag everything and use your Warp Storm to lock everything in combat. Could be a cheeky play. Nurgle, I think, are still the weakest of the bunch, despite having my personal favourite unit, the Beast of Nurgle. I really love them. Not too long before, back in the day, I was playing 21 Beasts of Nurgle, back when you could take them up into units of 9. That was fun. So yeah, we'll see big changes to the map. Again, it's early days. I'm still enjoying just tweaking what I've got with the demons and just trying to make the most out of it. But maybe I'm leaning a bit more into skew because I'm practicing predominantly for team tournaments. So I'm thinking, right, I've got the pairing is an entire option there, which I can just say, okay, if I build my Pure Slanesh Toughness 3 model infantry horde, I can say, cool, just take me away from all those heavy shooting armies. Same, if I build a Pure Sinch, 120 pink horrors and 2 fate skimmers, I can say, no, don't give me any of that combat. I just want the shooting matchups. So it helps being able to tech for team play, whereas building for a singles event such as this, you really need to take into account all comers. You need to be able to counter punch if you get charged, to have some ranged output. You want a bit of everything. So yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, thanks. Rip Necrons, yeah. But we'll see. I think Rob's got enough backing with the Necrons, enough practice to be able to pull something out. There's Labor of Love. Yeah, this terrain is fantastic. A lot of people watching it. The king is dead. Long live the king. Yeah, true that. Elmo, top of the round. Top is Thomas. So if Rob can hang around, can have enough models, he could potentially get a lot of points on turn 5. Because interestingly enough, the mission secondary gives you 2 points for holding the center objective at the end of your turn, but it also gives you 5 points for holding the center objective at the end of the game. Now, it seems to me as if they stack. So potentially, if you have enough OBSEC models going second on this mission, if you have enough left at the end, you could potentially pick up 19 primary points on round 5. That's pretty impressive. So we'll see how Rob plays it, how the rest of the game goes out. Thomas is naturally being as aggressive as he can be, as he needs to be. Really, he needs to push that aggressiveness out to try and clear those Necrons, because Necrons do still die. We go. What's our policy of interrupting games if obvious mistakes or errors are made? So we try and let the players play. If we spot something, we will, if it's not too big, if it's a little something, we'll just say, hey, this is how it's played. If it's something larger that may have a larger impact on the game, then we'll pick up one of the TOs. We'll just get them to come over and just have a word and just see how it goes. We don't necessarily want to do active judging, but we also don't want to see somebody on the stream maybe playing a rule incorrectly or getting something a little bit wrong and then leading to a skew in the results one way or the other. So that's where we're at the minute. Mika, thanks for tuning in. You're welcome back anytime later on. Yeah, it goes better when you don't pay attention. Yeah, maybe that's why that turn went so badly. So we hope to see you back later. Looks like we've sorted out the buffering issues, I think. Let us know how the stream quality is for you watching at home. We're looking like we're greens all over the board here. So hopefully it's good. It is, Elmo, it is bottom of 2 right now. Rob is just trying to figure out how he can get the most out of his counter punch. Greens across the board. Have we possibly frozen? We have frozen. Yes, good stuff. Ruben?
Swap.
Let's do a little swap. We can fix that up.
Have a seat. So, walking around the room, still early days. Like, I think Root is clawing back into the game
after those ridiculous charges, turn 1.
Yeah. I think Florian is dominating his game with the 1,000 Suns against Harlequins.
Yeah.
I think Christian and Gerard are done.
Already?
I think so.
Yeah.
Losing Jared had a full tray of Terminators sitting next to the table.
Yeah, losing a third of his army turn 1 was not great.
Nope.
Just ignore us. Or just wave your hand around. Just point at stuff. Like, make it think that people on the street know what you're doing. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, we're good. Are we good? Oh, here we go. Some stuff's moving. Yeah, sorry for everyone watching at home. We had all green on our stream stats, and then for some reason our camera decided to freeze. So we're just tweaking that up for you. Luckily, this is round 1 of the Dutch Masters. 5 more rounds to go.
5 more rounds to go.
5 more rounds to go.
We'll be here all weekend.
All weekend. If anybody wants to pop in and say hello, let us know. If you want to see anybody cool on stream, let us know. I mean, I think we're predominantly going to be going with the top tables from now on. But if it ends up being everybody, if it ends up being the same people on the top table, we will switch it around, because we don't want to just show you one person for 5 more games. How we do? Oh, the camera's come back on. No, frozen again. Where are we at, buddy?
I'm doing my best with the limited knowledge that I have.
You could say we're geniuses.
Oh yes.
Tech geniuses.
Yes.
Video outputs currently active. Turn off any outputs to change video settings. All right. We have done this before, albeit it was over 12 months ago, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah. So we're a little rusty, and it's a lot easier to produce a podcast than it is to produce a live stream, because you don't have to worry about cameras. Dumb cameras.
Then we're only failing at the audio.
Yeah, then we're only failing at the audio. Yeah, it hasn't been updated on screen. You're right, Martin. Yeah, we're having some camera issues. Once we've sorted these camera issues out, we will indeed update the scores as well. So primary turn 2, Thomas picked up an 8.
Oh, that hasn't been updated. I'll do that first.
He got a 0 on Ruthless Tyranny and 1 banner. He picked up an 8 on primary, did he?
I picked up 8 and 2 on the middle thing.
2
so
on bonus.
it's 10 in total.
10 so far.
Just for convenience sake, I'm gonna set
no prisoners to 15, because it's almost certainly going to be 15.
I am.
I think it's very nearly 15 now, having lost the Scarabs, the Bikes, some Wraiths. If it changes, we'll tweak that up. What was he holding the middle with in the bottom of his turn 2?
Abaddon? I'm not sure.
No, Abaddon charged Silent King.
I think he destroyed something in the middle. That's it.
Oh, that's it.
And
yeah.
that also
destroyed
gains you 2
something in the
points.
middle. 2 points, yeah. Excellent. Yeah, sorry again. Bear with us, folks. The video will be back up ASAP. We are configuring, reconfiguring, tweaking, and twerking. Just trying to get this back up for you. Oh, we saw a dice roll there.
Well, the dice cam is working fine, which is
fine.
weird, because it's the same camera.
Yep. Same camera, same cables, same everything, really. Is it live? Good? For good now? I think. Have we fixed it? Did you fix it?
Of course I did.
Oh, you genius.
Well,
Somebody get that man
now.
a Milky Bar.
Milky Bar? Who are we?
Is that a thing over here? Do you have Milky Bars?
It is not, no.
Okay. It's, for anyone not from England, a Milky Bar is a
It sounds
very
like
small
a bar made of milk.
It basically is. It's white chocolate, which is just milk and sugar.
So it's a Milky Way made out of white chocolate.
No, it's not a Milky. It's just literally just white chocolate, nothing else. No filling.
That sounds horrible.
Nothing. It's really thin.
That sounds absolutely horrible.
And it's promoted by this tiny cowboy called the Milky Bar Kid.
Dennis, yes, it is mounted in a different orientation than the dice cam. It seems like Dennis knows more of our cams than we do.
Hey, Dennis.
Can you help us out?
Can you? How good are you with OBS?
We'll pay you in Milky Bars, apparently.
Milky Bars, yeah. That's the only form of currency we have. That's what we get paid in.
Oh, you're getting paid? Hey, Milky Bars?
Oh, good stuff. I'm glad the video's back on. Milky Bar is a delicious chocolate. Oh, do you have Milky Bars in Australia, do you?
Yeah, but they're the wrong way around. They're,
They're
upside down.
Wired connection, Dennis. Sam, I have been living here for nearly 6 years now.
We cannot get rid of him. It's horrible. It's been horrible.
It was not a difficult thing. Martin, yes, you can super chat. We will put the king back on the table. However, he will be ignored for all rules purposes. Thomas just looked dead-eyed.
No, he's not coming back.
He's not coming back. So I've been here for nearly 6 years. And, you know, what you were talking about on your stream, I did the very cookie-cutter story of I stopped playing in sort of 3rd edition, and then 8th came out, and then I got back into it with my lovely Death Guard army, and proceeded to get absolutely walked all over by the competitive scene over here until I got good. It was great fun. A lot of good players here. A lot of good laughs had over the years. Yeah. Using the same cables for the dice cam and the overhead.
Yes.
Yes.
Except for the fact that for the
The
dice cam
is
we're
a
using
shorter cam.
and we're
Okay.
using an extension cord.
We have extensions for both of them, though.
Do
Both
we?
have- Yeah, there's 2 extensions.
I'm well aware of what we're doing here.
Yep.
I'm all in on this operation.
Yeah. Maybe we need to use a shorter cable then from the top cam there to the extender.
And then use the long cable without the extender.
No, we'll still need the extender.
No, I mean if we use the longer cable from the dice cam.
Yeah. We'll still need the extender because...
Will we?
Yeah, because otherwise it's going to be running across here. We don't want to be walking through.
We'll give it a whirl.
We'll give it a red hot go.
In between rounds. For now, bear with us.
Yeah, bear
We've
with
just set the frame rate to
4,500 kbps.
yes.
And now everything's green.
Yes. Yes.
It's green. We like
At
it
least,
green.
at least our
Look,
internet
there's
connection
less-
is doing something.
Less jerkiness, less buffering.
We are professionals.
The extensions are exactly the same, yes, Dennis. We purchased them recently. Good quality extensions. Yeah, I think, as you say, it may be we'll tweak the cables around after this round and see what happens. And then if the dice cam buffers, so be it. It is what it is. Oh, is this Scorpex into the Flamers?
Thanks, Sam. We've tried deactivating and activating it again.
No.
Didn't do that much, but thanks for the shout out.
Someone's been watching the IT crowd, I think. Is one of the ports USB 2? Oh, that is a spicy question. I think they're both the same.
I don't know the difference.
One has blue on it, I think. In case you didn't know, I am currently working on a software engineering degree, and USB 3 has blue. I was right. Thanks, Matine. USB 3 has blue.
Has
Yes,
blue where?
it's
Where
blue.
should it be blue?
No, it's inside. You have to unplug it, but we don't want to unplug it. We'll look after the round. Software ain't hardware. You're right there. It certainly isn't.
Just so everyone's aware, I used to be a bike mechanic, so if it doesn't have 2 wheels and a handlebar, I'm unfamiliar with what everything does and where it's supposed to go.
Oh, is that Pistol Pete? Yeah, Pistol Pete came in.
Pistol Pete showing up.
Pistol Pete showed up.
That is the robotic Pistol Pete. It's not a Gene Stealer Cult model popping up into a Necron versus Demon game.
Although I wouldn't be surprised because, you know, they do get everywhere.
They do.
They get everywhere.
They do.
Why don't you tell us about your Gene Stealer Cult, Ruben? You've been working on a nice army
Yes.
recently, haven't you?
Yes, I'm still getting used to the fact that I like Genestealer cults don't have the same damage output as Tyranids.
It's maybe
Who knew,
slightly
right?
different.
But I am working on a Genestealer cult list. It's I'm enjoying Genestealer. I mean, I played Genestealer cults back in 8th when they still had a lot of combat punch, and I'm now trying to get 60 neophytes painted, which is an absolute joy. I love it. It's been great. And yeah, as I said, like it's early days. I'm still working on my list, and getting used to just getting wiped every game.
Yeah, they do die. Those T3 boys. Oh, they die.
Oh yeah. I played a game against Joseph the other day, who was playing Custodes,
Yeah.
and I got my ass handed to me.
Really?
It was great.
Oh. Oh, Joseph has been hopping through the meta a bit recently. He's been playing Votan a lot. He's been he was playing Chaos Knights before that.
Yeah, so he took a hiatus from the hobby for about 2 years, and then came back this summer, joined us on stream as well, and he started out with Chaos Knights, then switched over to Space Stunties, and is now currently working on the Golden Boys. And he played against me with a list of 24 of what are they called? The guys with the bolters, the Custodes.
Sagittarium guys.
Yes, I love them.
Oh.
I absolutely adored those boys.
And he plays them as emissaries so they can ignore hit modifiers. They're all assault guns. So you have 24 assault heavy bolters basically with an extra profile running at you, shooting, and they're not bad in combat as well because they all, I think they have fight first and with the Misericordia, strength 5, AP2, 1 damage.
That was great. It was great. What's the dude called? Trajan.
Trajan
charged my home field objective, turn 2. And yeah, Sam, as you said, like the lows of Genestealer cults are absolutely brutal. And that game was just one low after another. Because I also made a couple of mistakes, which doesn't help. So yeah, it was a brutal game. I learned a lot, and I hope to be improving my Genestealer cult game quickly. I just told Leonard when I was doing a round of the room that I want to have a chat with him somewhere during this weekend to ask him a couple of questions about how he plays certain units, because I still don't have a good feeling with the bike units.
It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
It is.
We saw Eric Lathuris do very well with them at WTC, and then we saw a bit of a resurgence with that exact list. But yeah, I've also tried playing Genestealer cults myself. I was very nearly bought into the army. Luckily, I bought into a cheaper army instead and decided to go for AdMech. So yeah, I agree with you there. Those bike units they're tough to handle. All right, so I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and get you some close-up views of this lovely, lovely table.
Do it.
I'm just going to see if I can get in.
So Chris is now getting himself into position with our camera. And give us 1 second. There we go. Yeah. So remember, all of this was lovingly created and painted by Rob's partner, who's also in the chat. So big shout out, a big thank you for allowing us to use this stuff on stream. Hey, that's me in the background. Hello. I'm just waving to the camera. And I think the boys also... Yeah, it's Thomas's turn 3 now, so we'll get you the scores. We'll update the scores in a bit. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of detail and a lot of hard work went into this table. And it's looking great. Love it. I think she used a green stuff roller for all the brickwork on the side of the buildings. There's a couple of Kilas on there as well. We'll try to give you a couple of more shots, maybe even of the gaming room later on during the weekend as well.
I would like to be able to get this to work because I feel like it's really set at an angle, and I'd like to be able to just tilt it down a little bit.
That's how a gimbal works, Chris.
Cool. Well, now I know. Thank you for telling me. All right. Well, there we go.
Hey ho! So next time we do a shot like this, we'll be able to get you some actual cool ass.
Should be a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're doing our best. We're all learning here. We're all learning
And
here.
I'm gonna reactivate the overhead again because it's stalling again.
I feel like, yeah, maybe when we mess around with the other cameras, it affects it.
I don't know if it does.
Yeah. Given the delay, it
yeah.
should come back on in 3, 2,
One.
1.
Kapow! Ka-chow! Hiya!
3,
Hey!
2, 1.
Huh!
Hey!
Hey!
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Abaddon is in Necron lines. What did you do in terms of scoring, Rob?
Scoring only 3 points for treasure, 2 points for the mission specific.
Alright, and primary?
Primary, I had hold 1.
Hold 1, alright. So Rob scored
Hold 1 this turn. Yeah.
in this turn.
On banners.
Did you take a
I did.
So you get 6. 0 on balance?
So this is turn 2, right? So turn 2, Thomas has 0, turn 3.
Yeah.
Thomas has 0 on banners, hold 1.
0 on balance.
And did you get the 2 points for holding the middle? Yep. So that's 6.
4.
6.
6 in total, right? 4 for holding 1?
Turn 2, I have 4.
Oh, 4 in total.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 4 for this, right?
Yeah, so primary 4. Yeah, sorry, primary
Yeah,
is
okay.
6.
Yeah, cool.
We got there in the end.
And how many points did you say for
3 for treasures. No one.
We're gonna do the
no ancient machineries?
We'll bring it down.
Okay. Okay. So it's I'd say it's looking a bit rough for the old bots.
I think it's looking a little bit rough. I think that tend to push from.
He was able to hold Thomas down to holding 1.
He blows up his change caster. His power still go off.
And now in Thomas's psychic phase, his changecaster rolls a perils and blows up. So
It's D3 to him and everything within seconds.
yeah, stuff going boom.
I think the Necrons are still very much in this. You know, they still score very well. He just needs to fight his way out of this corner.
Yeah, but see, that's something I don't think Necrons do particularly well.
True, true.
I mean, it's still an interesting game, definitely.
He's got his Scorpex there out in the open, so they can get shot, and
Yeah.
those 3 damage guns just pick up a Scorpex every time.
Yeah, so
I feel like maybe if he could have done, a nice play would have been to get those wraiths around the back of that other knight and just really just tag it in, just lock it in. Like I didn't see the whole phase, so I wasn't sure if he even could have done that. But a little tactical insight from the Panda here.
Thank all kilogram
Nice to see Dice Tray in the stream. Thank you, Marcel. South Park and the IT crowd. Did we just become best? Yes, we are best friends. Sorry, Ruben, but me and Sam are now best friends.
all right, I'll go home then. Thanks. I'm a massive fan of The Office, but I guess I don't
Office.
fit into your posse then.
Well, you watched the IT crowd? No? Do
I've watched a couple of episodes.
you like Father Ted?
Who?
Father Ted, also
No.
made by Graham Linehan. Another
Nope.
bit of comedy. No.
Nope.
Nope.
I must say I'm more of an American like sitcom slash what would you call The Office? Cringe fest.
Definitely a cringe. I mean, it's much less cringy than the UK version was.
Yeah, see, I didn't finish the UK version.
It's just pure cringe.
Yeah, I watched David.
David Brent.
Yeah, David Brent Live on the Road. That Netflix film.
That was
That
definitely
was,
cringy.
Yeah, it was too cringy for me, man. Like it stops for me. It stops at Michael Scott levels. If it goes beyond that, it's too much for me.
Yeah, I understand. And also, I think it helps that as a Dutch person speaking English, you learn a lot of your English from those American sitcoms. You know,
I do.
You were telling me the other day that in English class they had you watch The Simpsons, and that's how
Yes.
you learnt English.
That is how I learned English.
Don't have a cow, man.
No. Oh yeah, you were right. Rob is now picking up those 3-wound models left and right.
Yeah. Those executioners really. He wanted to try and tag them with something, but with having so little left on the board, it's an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Frank walking around. I guess his second Fire Raptor died.
No, just the first, I think. I walked past his table and he's like, "Oh yeah, I lost my first Fire Raptor turn 1." Yeah. I was like, I heard you killed something as well turn 1. Yeah, 9 bikes. Like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't talk about this then. Maybe you shouldn't complain.
I mean, trading 400 points for, I don't know, 750 points. I think that's a fair trade.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
It's a fair trade. Oh, I think Rob's making some good saves again. I don't know how the executioners are doing. I feel like
I think
maybe they're done?
Thomas is now starting to fire with the execution. I think the raids were killed in combat by the other war dog that was in combat with him.
What's he called? Hellstalker? No.
You've got the carnivores. You've got the
Stalker.
stalkers.
Stalker.
Yeah, I think so.
What's a stalker? The Stalker has a gun, the chain cannon, and the close
Fist
combat
or
weapon.
the sword. Yeah.
And the Carnivore is just pure combat. 14-inch move, pure combat, baby.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I love combat armies.
I must say I do also enjoy my fair share of combat.
Just waiting for those World Eaters to come out so I can spend all of my money. Yeah, it's joy. Yeah, what's the standings at now then? Where are we at? Do you want to go through some stats?
Let's have a look at the stats.
Into some stats. Let's see where we're at.
Let's build our way up to the most exciting stuff over the weekend, though.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe it'd be nice to show the people what our local scene is like. So what's the most played faction, for instance?
Well, Necrons
Oh,
with 8.1% of the DTC faction breakdown. 8.1% of people played Necrons.
all right.
Interesting. Second,
So that's Dick and Rob.
basically, yeah.
That's the 8%. No.
There's other Necron players.
Yeah.
Second is Grey Knights, 7%.
Well, Sam, whilst Chris is running you through some stats, I'm gonna check in on Dick's game.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Love it. So Tyranids, 6% of the meta. Hey, thank you, Dennis. We're doing our best. It's actually our second stream. We did stream a tournament, the ABB Ironman last year, but I feel like we're doing a much better job here. The video's still going. Everything's rocking. The chat's popping. I love it. Back to some stats from the DTC faction breakdown. Tyranids, 6.1%. Very big showing of Tyranids in the meta here. I feel like that's maybe because they were super broken from when the codex dropped until today, when Arcs of Omen dropped. It started with the gross Leviathan build, with all the cheap warriors and good stuff. Kraken was also very prevalent. And then, we also saw some slightly more out there behemoth builds with the big OBSEC monsters. It was a very, very good variety of flavors of Tyranids. I think partly helped by how good the data sheets were and just how synergistic the codex was. It was really, really nice. Another very popular army we have here in the Netherlands is just generic Adeptus Astartes. This is Space Marines that do not include Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Death Watch, or Space Wolves. 6% of the meta playing generic space. I think 6%. I think 5% of it was Lenny Craftit, because he's been rocking the Space Marines all year. And I think if he's not the top, he's definitely up there in the actual ITC rankings for Space Marine players. And he's going to LVO, so I think he's going to try and win it, which would be nice. We also have a good representation of Thousand Suns. People love Dusty Space Wizards. Ruben also loved the Dusty Space Wizards for a while.
What?
I was saying you love the Dusty Space Wizards.
I do. I always enjoy armies that operate in several rounds in terms of damage output.
Multiple phases.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that.
For an English teacher, you don't English very good.
I'm studying to become an English teacher. I'm not an English teacher yet, so I'm allowed to make mistakes. Tons of them. What?
Your Magandra got tabled.
Really?
Oh. Jormungandr.
Who was playing Jormungandr?
He was the dude I gave a shout out to on the podcast. I can't remember his name, but he had a cool list with a Moloch and.
Oh yeah, that was the chap that was playing against Yort, was it?
I think so. Yeah, against Yort. Yeah. And unfortunately, Shop got tabled as well by Justy. His Stampa came in round 5. Believe it or not, his Gene Stealer called his brother Stampa. So, and I think it killed a Hecatoni Land Fortress.
Yeah.
So, but then it died.
Because those things suck.
Yeah, they do. And Sam, to let you know, Dick is currently ahead with a 50 to 39 point game. And by the looks of it, he's playing Death Guard against Death Guard. By the looks of it, he's drawing the game to a close.
Tough matchup for the Death Guard.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's slightly better in the current format with Armor of Contempt, but coming into Arcs of Omen, it gets a whole lot worse. You're slow against the pre-game move. Sure, you have Armor of Contempt, but like those Scorpex hitting you will just pick up Plague Marines with their 3 damage down to 2. The Scarabs being able to just yeet into you and just lock you down really, really nullifies your combat threat. You don't want to be swinging those flails into Scarabs. No, you want to be killing something juicy. Oh, something's happening in game here. You will.
Seeing some combat, I believe.
I think the camera has frozen again.
Has it?
I think it has. Yes, it has.
I'll fix it right up.
Good. It's coming right up. Coming right up. Yeah, Dennis, just put them in rhinos. That's a good choice. Any streaming or live events include some money in the ticket for buying data and streaming on 4G, 5G, or a data dongle. That is top tip.
The weird thing is, Dennis, right now the connection that we have is actually working fine. It's now a camera issue.
It's purely camera issue.
Which we'll look into in between rounds.
Should be. There we go. We're back live. We're back live on the. It's on. It's on. It's on. Oh no, Ruben's tweaking it again. So we may have broken it again.
Of course we did. Did we? No, I see something moving around. Yep.
Hey, currently live. Love it.
Can you nudge the dice tray?
I think it was the
Or is the cam? Okay, then leave it.
Ja, is het wel? Denk het wel.
Nope, made it worse.
Bijna zo geef dit spijker.
Ik rol 2.
Ja, 1, 2.
You need to rotate it counterclockwise.
Ja. Oké, dan gaan we de update.
Yeah, Dennis, the rhinos really got a bump up in the Thousand Sun Codex as well. What I find weird is that your rhinos and your predators and whatnot get all kinds of upgrades for free, but then for a Vindicator, all of a sudden you do need to pay the points for them.
Dus we gaan nu terug naar 5.
Chris, can you get us an update on the points on the table?
I sure can.
Thank you.
I scored 4 for Lucas. I scored 0 on Mavericks. No prisoners, I don't know. And because the person in the middle came back, I didn't kill it, right? But scratch. So no point for that. That's also what
Every tournament is worded differently, so I don't know for sure the FAQ if it now counts for this tournament as guild or not.
So,
Okay, so you probably didn't hear that, but
Nope.
Rob has a Chrono Man, some Necron character on the objective in the middle. Obviously, he's Obsec, and Thomas killed him, but then he spent the strat, rolled a 4 up, and the character got back up. So
Okay.
of course he doesn't count as being killed, so he doesn't get the bonus points. It also gave Rob another 4 points in primary, I believe. Thomas did score 4 more on Ruthless Tyranny,
so it's up to 8.
up to 8, 0 on banners,
Right.
because I don't think he's got any infantry left to raise banners with.
I have 4 flamers.
He has
Hey-ho.
4 flamers. All right, okay.
And they're stuck in combat.
And they're stuck in
Great.
combat. Perfect. So I think we won't be getting many more banners from Thomas there. Rob fell back, I think, with his score packs. He's got something. He's just trying to figure out what to do, I think, with the models he's got left.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tough one. 8 primary for you, was it, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, 8 primary for Rob at the top of turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, sorry. Yeah, very spicy. You'll see the scores pop up soon. I'm not sure if he's able to do any more ancient machineries. He's kind of getting outnumbered. Those.
He's shaking his head to that. So
Okay, yeah,
think
those
not.
those war dogs are all 5 model obsec, so they're a real pain. Especially losing his wraiths, losing his scarabs. I think, in fact, going second was very unfortunate because he lost those scarabs early on.
Yeah.
Which is actually a tremendous piece to be able to just bog down objectives and keep people
You
active.
gotta imagine, right? This is probably one of the worst missions for the Necrons
it's-
during this tournament.
This is a really bad
Not
mission.
having the pre-game move. Well, to be very honest, you better get used to it.
Get used to it.
You better get used to it.
Get used to it.
But not having that pre-game move and having the 3 objectives, smack down
Right
in the
in the
middle,
middle.
where, and that's as we said before the game, like that's where the Chaos Knights want to go.
Yep.
So it's a difficult matchup. It's a difficult mission.
Oh, definitely.
Um,
Definitely. I think
Yeah.
retrospectively, I don't think Rob's done too much wrong, really.
no, he's holding up.
I think he's just
holding up his own.
he's just had a bit of bad luck. Those knights have just held on.
And again, it's not like the game is not over.
No, he's still
Like
racking up
the
the
fact
points.
that Thomas cannot get any more banners,
That's big.
that's big.
Dan moeten we hier nog even pakken, hè?
We'll see.
And primary is an issue.
With the primary, I think Rob's going to get the full 10 on primary this turn. And as we said, he's going second. So if he can just survive,
Yeah,
he
having
stands a chance.
Abaddon on, because I think Abaddon is
Abaddon's on 3 wounds left, I think.
on the bottom of the screen in that ruin on Rob's home objective. That is an issue.
Yeah, it is.
So can you have a look at the points real quick?
Which points?
Oh, sorry, we're still in Rob's turn 3, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I was just getting the thing.
You put his primary in. You got 8.
Not yet. I'm waiting till the end.
You
'cause
wait to the
my-
end. Yeah. It makes more sense. You can update it all then. Some dice being rolled now. I'm not sure what is happening.
You know, I'll actually try.
Oh, is it- I think it's the ongoing combat with the flamers.
X marks his pistol.
Was that pistol shooting into combat? Was it?
No, he's bashing.
He's bashing them.
Because I'm on the wrong side of the wall for him to shoot at me.
So you can't see him.
Yeah, he is inside and I'm outside.
But that's fine. He's
How
just
big's his base? 3 inches, right? You can just go through the wall.
Yeah, but then every mother and every grandmother is shooting.
Because then I jump out and then I just shoot.
But you're Robsec on his home objective at the minute. Yeah, I like it.
We traded.
I like
Yeah,
it.
Abaddon is on his and he's on mine.
Your turn, you hold two again.
Yeah, I will do, yeah.
Okay, nice.
No errors.
Okay.
So what did Rob
So we're
score?
gonna give Rob the full 10 primary this turn. He got 8 at the start, 2 at the end.
Okay.
No more ancient. Treasures for 3. Yeah, racking up those treasures points. And bring it down for 2.
Okay.
Did you kill another knight?
Yes.
Yeah.
So another
So
2?
2 more for bring it down.
All right.
See? The Necrons aren't out of it. He's still bringing those points up.
That's mine.
Yeah, because that. How many primary did Thomas score at the beginning of his turn?
This turn now, also 8. He's holding 2. He's got the one on the left of the screen as you're watching it, and Rob's home objective.
Right. That's weird, isn't it?
so
they,
weird.
they both don't have their own home objective.
Yep.
So Necrons are currently at 18 plus it's 26, 37. That's without battle ready points, of course, but they are ahead at the bottom of turn 3. So it'll be interesting to see how this how this is going to develop.
Yeah.
Because, as we said, like Thomas is behind now by 12 points. There's 2 turns left for him to sort of, get those points up. Not having banners is an issue, although Rob is looking mightily thin on the board.
Yeah, I think he has 3 score packs. As you're looking, this the ruin on the far right of your screen, covering the right-hand center objective, that has 3 score packs sat in it. He has his pistol Pete fella on Thomas's home objective. He has a single chronomancer or some sort of character in the middle, which I think is about to get eaten by a knight.
Yep.
And he's got 1 heavy destroyer, I believe. I'm just going to double check if there's anything else hiding in ruins, and I'll be right back.
All right.
He does actually have another heavy destroyer in the ruin on the left.
Can you point out? Because where Chris is pointing right now, Rob has another heavy destroyer left there. Oh yeah, that's actually visible, I think, on the screen as well. It's just on the top right corner of the dice tray over there. But that can come in handy, because all those models having OPSEC is just really annoying. Just being able to pop that onto an objective. But yeah, as you can see, Thomas is now just, raking up or just putting out the hurt on the Necrons, and they're hanging on for dear life. But again, like every model that's still on the board for Necrons will be able to get precious points in. Yeah, Sam. We'll make sure to make some pictures of best painted armies. I find it difficult to say. My frame of reference is pretty much limited to Germany, Belgium, and the UK in terms of what other countries do hobby-wise. Chris will probably be able to tell you a little bit more because he's gone to the WTC and a couple of more international tournaments. But From what I've seen, I do think the Dutch are quite meticulous about what they put on the table, and they try to set a high standard for themselves, but also, in between other players. I think that comes from the fact that we have always used a point system for painting. Like, you had to score points for your painting. It wasn't like, oh, you just need to have a painted army. It was always gotta get those conversions in, gotta get those highlights in, etc., etc. And that sort of trickled down into our hobby standards, I think. I always like seeing armies at tournaments when you play tournaments in the Netherlands. Yeah, so that heavy destroyer died, unfortunately, for Rob.
Pistol Pete just died, but he's spending the strat again to see if he comes back to life, because that is it's a huge 4-point swing. Did he live?
Yeah,
He came back.
He came back.
He came back.
don't have much, so...
Hey, Pistol Pete!
He has one guy there, two guys there and one guy here. That's it.
But they are 2 Scorpex and Pistol Pete.
Yes. Okay, so end of my turn.
Interesting.
Ruthless for 4.
Ruthless for 4.
Still no banners. For next turn, you get a second point. And and I think no prisoners for free.
Yeah, the guys have about half an hour left, so they're quickly going through the turns now, but as there's not that much left on the table, they're also able to do that without too many hiccups.
So Thomas has 5 Knights, Abaddon and 3 Flamers, and Rob has 2 Scorpex and his Pistol Destroyer. So yeah, interesting. Can we have some pics of the best painted armies?
Yeah, just told Sam we'll make sure to get pictures of best painted armies, and I think we'll go around the room over the weekend trying to get some cool pictures of just battle scenes, and
we'll try and bring you some live feeds of the other games. We're not. It won't be the same as this, but with the gimbal cam, we'll try and get some pictures from the other games if we can. It's via Wi-Fi as well, so maybe a little bit spotty. Yeah, I don't know when is Best Painted scheduled for.
I'll have
Probably
a quick look in a second.
After round 2 to round 1 tomorrow, I guess. But we'll see. I think he's in a tough position. YOLO. Oh, that's what I like to hear. I like a YOLO charge. Scorpex.
Those are the best.
Okay, ACP min in damage.
Into Buddy Boy.
Hitting on 3 is rerolling 1, average, 50% once.
That's unfortunate. One hit.
Yeah, it's been like this the whole game.
Yeah, it's like
That's
that.
unfortunate.
This is not my dice game.
That's unfortunate. It's
Rob's
unfortunate.
not using his Irish luck today. Maybe you should start with the Irish coffee. Get the luck of the Irish.
Oh, maybe I should get another one of those delicious coffees.
Do it. Get me one as well. I love me some delicious coffee.
Let's do it. I'll be right back. Do we need to get? Should I get a quick update of the rest of the scores, or should we wait till afterwards?
Yeah, wait till afterwards. I mean, the round's about done.
20 minutes or so left.
I would like to get the updated points on this table, though.
On this
I
table?
think
So,
yeah.
no banners for Thomas.
This is turn 4 we're talking about.
This is turn 4, top of turn 4. Thomas got 8 primary. Did you hold the middle, Thomas? Yeah, you did. So we got. We hold more.
more.
Holding all the objectives.
So Thomas
So
got.
it's 50, no, 14 points.
No, turn 4, not turn 5.
Okay,
Turn 4, he got 14 points.
Right.
For the primary. 4 for Ruthless Tyranny, that goes up to 12. And no banners.
now we're going to shoot.
Rob's turn 4. He got 4 primary.
Hij komt alles in.
-1 to win because
He wasn't able to hold the middle then.
No. Were you able to get ancient machineries? No. And that's it. And
so
then
so no
no
secondaries.
treasures, no ancients, no bring it down. And then into round 5. Top of round 5, we're already there. We're rattling through it now. Thomas got 12 again, and it's probably going to be 14.
Yeah, it's going to be 14.
Yeah. We will update the scores. Ruthless Tyranny is going to be 4 again, so that takes it to 15. And banners, I think, will be one more, so add that up to 2, because I heard he raised a banner with his flamers over on the left.
All right.
And then Rob has nothing left, I think.
En ja, dat is mijn beurt. Dan gaan we naar jouw beurt. Wees compleet.
Het enige wat ik kan doen is die flames snijden. Dat is dan toch niet.
So I think
This is a bit sketchy.
oh, it is. It is.
Because I think it was I think it was 10 on round 4 and then 14 on round 5.
Sorry, so 10 in round 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
79,
Okay.
Yeah.
So then Thomas is gonna end up with 30. I'm assuming that his no prisoners are maxed out, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think they are, they are. Rob just did an odd. All those scarabs and wraiths and scorpex, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he's lost 13 plus 5, lost 18 points, so 72, I think. If we've got we might have the scores incorrect. It might not be perfect. We will get guaranteed.
We'll verify
update.
this in a second.
Yeah. And then Rob picked up another 4 primary at the end, I believe. Because his pistol guy survived inside that ruin. And then no more
Secondaries.
No more secondaries. Which is 10,
So
20,
8, 12,
26,
16, 26, 30, 34,
43.
43. Oof.
43. We will confirm these scores. It's surprising, actually. I thought the Necrons would put in a good show, but as we said, the not going first, losing those scarabs. I'm not sure if you could have maybe hid them better.
Not having the pregame move.
Not having the pre-game move was
Having the primaries in the middle, because you can definitely tell that in the late game, like he did a good job at first.
early round. Yeah, Necrons do so well early doors, and then late game Thomas wasn't able to chip through those knights, so Thomas's knights came back. The players are shaking hands. I think it's all done. Guys, can we confirm the scores? Is this with painting or without? With painting. Okay, so we've got 87 for Thomas and 43 for Rob. So we weren't far off. We got the 43 for Rob. For some reason, we missed 15 points off Thomas Becker's score.
As always.
Did you have the 15 no prisoners?
We have 15 no prisoners.
15 ruthless.
Yeah.
How's he got 4 banners? In the end, 3.
Yeah, one at the start of my turn,
Abaddon.
and then at the end. Oh yeah, wait, yeah, Abaddon could put down a banner as well. Yeah.
All right. So the scores totals are now correct.
Yeah, the actual scores might be may differ. They may
Yeah.
not add up, but the finals are ready. I think we're going to do a quick interview with the guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to take care of that, and I am gonna just have a look at the cables for the.
Yeah. You take.
Yeah,
take
of
your
course.
time. I was thinking maybe like one of us holds this,
Right.
so we can do it like standing rather than sitting here.
that might be a good
A
one.
little bit uncomfortable
Yeah.
to get in.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah?
Do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Do you want to hold it or shall I hold it?
I'll hold it.
You hold it. Okay.
How do you want to do it audio-wise?
We'll just move this mic over there. We'll just like stand here, and then because we can hold this.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Bear with us, folks. We're gonna mute for a little hot second, and then we'll be right back with player interviews. Thanks for tuning in.
Back in a sec.
It's right at the top. Are we live? You can see us? If everyone can see us at home, hi. Welcome. I'm the Panda. I'm joined here by Rob. Just watched a fantastic game, round one of the Dutch Masters. First little open question. How do you think it went?
Well, could have gone better. Were some very unlucky moments, but these happen in the game, so I'm trying not to be. I'm not going to be salty over it.
That's great.
That's the thing, because the risk of taking the king is him blowing up.
Definitely that.
The blow up with the 6 mortals on the spider.
Oh, I saw it.
6 mortals on the destroyers, 5 mortals on the other destroyer.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
I saw it. He's taken out half your army just with one move.
Yeah.
How do you think you could have played it better? Because we were talking on the stream about it's a difficult mission for you. You lose the option for the pre-game move. I mean, you have to get used to it. But
of course.
on this mission, and having the 3 objectives like right in the middle means you have to sort of be pushed out there, and you have to be available for his knights to come in. Like, how do you think it could have gone differently? How would you have played it differently?
So what I would have done differently is put the scarabs, because he rolled well on his shots for the executioners, so managed to wipe the whole scarab unit.
Yep.
Was not expecting that.
Yep.
Not by far. So I would respect that more in the future, move them more to the back to create a little pocket in the corner over there to the right, so that they could be hidden, that they would have more play in wrapping up knights or being just generally annoying.
As being what scarabs be, yeah.
Exactly. So I kind of gave that away. That was a pity. What else? I think to that flank it went well. So the scarabs move blocked the knights for like 2 turns. They wiped the demonettes. That went well.
Nice.
Abaddon is always a menace.
Yeah.
It's always a menace.
Always.
Atrocious unit. I'm honestly happy that when this is going away.
I think everybody is.
Yeah.
And lastly, do you think, is there any standout play that Thomas did that you think, that was a good play?
So on the plays itself, well, no, he just played well. He played like knights should play. He made his charges, he made his shots.
Yeah.
There was nothing that I really didn't see coming except the executioners wiping the scarab unit.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's nothing really big. So the only thing I wouldn't have taken banners in this game as a knight player.
Yeah. Fair. So just a little tactical misplay on your part and a little bit unlucky with the dice rolls there. Most importantly, did you have a good time?
Of course I did.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Rob?
It's all about the game, right?
It really is. Thank you very much, Rob. Good luck for the rest of the tournament, and we'll speak to you soon.
All right.
We'll be right back with our interview with Thomas Beckers. Ciao for now. Hi, welcome back. We're here with the winner of the last round, Thomas Beckers, self-described as the man to beat, apparently. So, Thomas, how do you think that game went for you?
I gotta say the dice were against me. I'm happy that I just so horribly out. No. The dice were completely in my advantage. Everything that he probably complained about it is true. I just know that tomorrow it's gonna kick me in the ass. But that's tomorrow. Today's the day.
Certainly. Okay, and is there anything you think you would have done differently to maybe boost your score or played it a little bit differently?
Not forget. Nah, to be fair, I still completed that. I did that. Maybe play a little bit more aggressively.
That's so unlike you. Would you still have stuck with banners, getting you that whole 4 points, knowing retrospectively?
Well, it's either banners or I take Storm of Darkness. What? Not that. No, I don't do assassinate. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
PG-16, right?
It's okay.
No, but yeah, maybe it's apparently assassinate. No,
Fair enough.
or Storm of Darkness. But
All right, no problem.
the only problem with Storm is I only have 8 knights, so if he kills them, I'm boned.
True. I think if he kills them, you've lost anyway, though. Is there any particular play you'd like to call Rob out on? You think he did, that's a nice play?
He should have screened the Silent King better.
I was looking for a positive thing, but, thanks.
Well, you said something to call him out on. Yeah, it's optimism through the game. He just kept smiling and optimism.
That's what we like to hear, positive attitude. Lastly, did you have fun?
Yeah, I had fun, yes.
Yeah, you had fun. Great. Thomas, thank you very much. Good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
All right, we will be back for round 2 in 30 minutes or so. Stay tuned. Tune back.